I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
You're watching America This Morning, America's #1 early morning news.
Time after time after time, we are watching murderers go free. They hide behind their badges, they hide behind their white privilege, and they use the excuse that they fear for their lives to murder our young people in cold blood.
It's done.
Eggs, my brother.
No. Don't think about it.
All you self-righteous assholes do is march and destroy your own communities. Killing me won't change a goddamn thing.
It's a lot different when it's a grown black man standing around it.
Silent Hero Films, man. Make sure you guys go get it. Go get it. Y'all see it on the screen. Silent Hero Films, man. Go out and support. I want to say thank you guys in advance, man. And yeah, man. And for those of you who don't know, you guys been DMing me. I'm not sure when the live show is coming back, but I ain't gonna lie. I'm having the time of my life, man. Lincoln is falling in love with basketball. For those of you who know, basketball was my first love. And I don't know when and where he did, but I mean, when I say the kid is in love with basketball, my gosh, man, we watching a basketball game now, you know. But yeah, Brian Custer does games that we listed in the Dickie V, Syracuse versus Duke. Right now, went to halftime. That's why I'm in here now. And but yeah, man. So I don't know when. And I'm making some moves now. And hopefully I have some news for y'all. Hopefully by the end of the summer, I'm going to do some things with basketball. So we'll see if it comes to fruition, you know. But anyways, man, as I digress into this topic, man, Adrien Broner fight was canceled. Now, we can speculate either way. I'm not third opponent. It's easy to speculate and say the business of boxing did this, the business of boxing did that, Al Haymon did this, Roy Jones did that. I am a person that absolutely admires people who embrace having power in their hands. Absolutely adore it. And I am one of these men. I control the power in my hand. And when you do this, when you have absolute power in your life, 90% of people on YouTube don't understand because they clocking in, checking in, yes, sir, no, sir, and they way to a Friday paycheck. And this is why I can say I have no respect for Al Haymon. This is why I can challenge Andre Ward. This is why I can challenge Eddie Hearn, and so on and so forth, and still be happy and still move as a man. And here's my challenge to BLK Prime. You have absolute power in this situation. You should have went on with the show. I remember interviewing Bob Arum, and you guys may remember this interview, this part of the interview. I said, Bob Arum, why are you putting on these bullshit cards, man? These fights are terrible. He says, you know what he said? He says, I got employees I got to pay. I respect the hell out of that. You know what I mean? Because I never missed a Friday. I always paid the people that work with and for me. You don't see people online. Everyone that works for me know I have a YouTube channel. You've never seen them make a video. Fred ain't never paid me. Fred ain't did this. Fred ain't did that. Damn near most of my tenants know I have a YouTube channel. They ain't never reported me for something malicious or anything like as such. Um, and I genuinely believe that when people have absolute power, they're afraid of having absolute power. And the people at BLK Prime need to understand this. You need to come out like the man. You need to come out like ain't nothing stopping me. I have people to pay and I have a product to produce. The man name is Desmond. Desmond, you got to stand up. You're coming in here taking a top ranked fighter with Terrence Crawford, former top ranked fighter. Some may consider him the best pound for pound fighter in the world. And then you get Adrien Broner, who's been out here saying Al Haymon didn't pay me in 6 fights in the business of boxing. PBC gonna be fighting on Twitter. And you don't come with the same level of aggression as your talent. No, you either man up in this business or you get the hell out of it. It's simply that. You see Steven Espinoza in his position is cowering out. He's silently trying to make a comeback. Y'all saw Lou DeBella. I'm going to do a video on this at some point. But shout out to my boy Kurt Scobie. He's one of my students that I can honestly say that I had a hand in saving that young man from the streets and getting him a football scholarship to Fresno State. For 2 years, I protected that kid. Never let him go home after school with the gangs and all that. Drove him home, and for 2 years, he wasn't even one of my students. My high school that I taught at was literally connecting gates to his elementary school. Went and talked to his principal, and oh man, Kurt was a hellraiser. But I understood. I understood the assignment, and I put my arms around that young man, and now he's an undefeated fighter fighting on Showtime. And Lou DeBella, even though you guys know I'm an advocate of independence, he chose that route. So I'm going to honor Kurt Scobie and say, Lou DeBella, you do right by that man, because you know I will use my platform to propel you and say thank you or say fuck you. And shout out to Kurt Scobie. But as I digress back into what Steven Espinoza failed with Al Haymon. He got bullied. Al Haymon bullied him, and it was a plug and play because of Floyd Mayweather, as I said. So the money was just piling and firing. But what's not being mentioned is Floyd Mayweather said, fuck Steven Espinoza. Shit, I got to get this bread. Fuck Al Haymon. I'm going overseas and never coming back. Floyd will never have a fight in America again. Al Haymon ain't putting his hands on him. And this is the type of grit you got to have, even though Floyd is doing it silently, allegedly, still. But the team at BLK Prime, I want you to succeed, but you can't be tiptoeing on marble floors, man. It's going to make a sound. It's impossible. You trying to be nice. You trying to accommodate. You got hedge fund money. Act like it. You have absolute power. You are not beholden to anyone. And this is why I can sit here and say what I want to say and then hit end broadcast and go right out there and shoot hoops and watch hoops with Lincoln and Kennedy. Hold Andrea's hand and we go hand in hand and do what we want to do, because I am not beholden to no one. And BLK Prime, you must understand, you are not beholden to anyone. Act like it. You have people to pay and shows to produce. You couldn't get an opponent in 7 days, 9 days, whatever it was. Oh man, they blocking the fight. They doing this. Here's what you got to do. You got to get you an unattached third world promoter, whether it be from Honduras, Mexico, Panama, Ghana, Liberia, Nigeria, South Africa. Get you an unattached promoter to go get you these 20-0 fighters, these 25-2 fighters. They come over here, they get beat, but they get life-changing money. You give them $100,000 to go over here and get beat, and guess what? 1 out of 50 times, they're going to win a fight, and they're going to be the greatest story in boxing. And then they're going to go on and win a world champion, and yada, yada, yada. You know, we've seen the Manny Pacquiaos and so on and so forth. So, but I just want BLK Prime to understand. If you want to play, you better play. I don't mince my words. And I don't know who's in charge, who's under Desmond. I can't elaborate on that. I don't know, but I've heard his name. I don't hate you. But you think you coming in, Bob Arum been in the game 60 years, Al Haymon been in the game on close to 30. You think they going to make it easy on you? Look at Leonard LOB and Eddie Hearn. Look at Bob Arum and Eddie Hearn. Look at Al Haymon versus everybody. It's not easy. Why the hell did you cancel that fight? Adrien Broner did his part. Everyone else did their part, but you. If you want a third opponent, you got to pay someone $10,000 to be prepared to make weight. They weigh in, they get their $10,000. They have the option to stay or fly back home that Friday after weigh-in. That's what every promoter did during COVID. You weigh in, you make weight, you get your stipend, $10,000, $15,000, whatever it is. But you got to save the show. And you say, "Oh, we need a name." Tank Davis don't need a name. Who the hell is the kid he fought? Garcia? He only got chosen because he had the same last name as Ryan Garcia. They knew they were going to sell out in Baltimore. The fight was already signed, contingent upon him not going to jail. As I told you guys last year on my live show, nothing will be final until they realize he's not going to jail. We were stuck on the show. It was like, ain't Tank supposed to go to court today? And someone came in and said, no, he's not going till February 16th. And I said, oh, so they're going to have to slow up that Ryan Garcia fight until they find out when he's going to jail. Check the facts. That's what I told you guys on that live show. So let me tell Desmond this. You better take them fucking gloves off. Take them 8-ounce gloves off, and you better bare knuckle your way to the top. You tiptoeing, trying to be nice. Al Haymon don't love you. Bob Arum don't love you. They don't want you to win. Eddie Hearn don't want you to win. They called you in the beginning. Hey, can we break bread together? I know this. I'm willing to bet Eddie Hearn contacted you because I know his personality. I'm willing to bet Steven Espinoza said we can work together, but it got to be on Showtime. These are these men personalities. I already know. If you want to win in this game, you got to be bold, like me. You got to be fearless, like me. You got to stand in the middle of the Coliseum and says, come on down. Come on down. Al Haymon. Come on down, Eddie Hearn. Come on down, Oscar. I'll take all three of you guys at one time. Welcome to the Coliseum. Only one man will walk out. And I have my sword and shield, and I'm ready to die. That's who I am every time I touch this mic. That's why I'm untouchable. And that's what they're afraid of. They can't offer me a bag in exchange for my masculinity and my confidence and my fearlessness. Adrien Broner looked like he was on weight. He looked amazing. Everybody was laughing at him. Now they ain't laughing at him. They laughing at BLK Prime not being able to produce a show. But Fred, they tried to block him with the fights. Joe LaGuardia did this. I know. They blocked me with credentials. What did Fred do? Fly to the fights. What did Fred do? Go to the fighters' hotels. rooms, get interviews. What did Fred do? Whatever he had to do to get the job done. I was having fun. When I was free, it was the most fun I ever had. Y'all dumb Negroes laughed at, no, he ain't got a credential. I'm fearless and filthy rich. There's nothing they can do with me. It's impossible. So here's my challenge to BLK Prime. And I'm speaking from a space I don't know. But you want to be bold? You want to take over boxing? You want to put on big shows? Well, you got a great opportunity to. Guess what? Jamal Charles ain't fought in a long time. See if he's a free agent. Al Haymon and Richard Schaefer didn't play fair. They had Oscar's Coke Man on speed dial. Oh yeah. He gonna do this for 2 weeks. And when does fighter A contract expire? October 5th? Yeah, he doesn't even know. 100 fighters contracts expire on October 5th. And we're gonna send them on vacation to when? October 9th? Do that. Oscar comes back October 9th, October 10th, like, wait 1 minute. ¿Qué pasa, my Golden Boy Promotions? Richard. And he got done up. Better stop playing fair. I feel like y'all tiptoeing. I don't see no aggressiveness in the promotion. If you want to see, here's a whole nother thing too. No one is doing it. See, this is the same shit that PBC is doing, and it's going to fail eventually. You got no spokesperson, no intelligent, articulate spokesperson that tells us what BLK Prime is doing, what's next. You got no shoulder programming. Adrien Broner is the perfect spectacle. I'm gonna call him a spectacle. Since we want to get to the novice fans, we want to get into the kitchens of the single moms and the family moms and the grandmas. He's a perfect spectacle for shoulder programming. He knows every celebrity that you need attached to expand your brand. And guess what? You can do it with no rules because you're not on linear TV. You can curse, you can have sex, you can do whatever you want. I see no aggression. Yeah, you're trying to act like everybody else. Al Haymon has failed. No one's doing. Desmond said he doesn't want to talk. He don't want to do interviews. Well, you're just like Al Haymon. Who are you? Are you a Republican? Are you a Democrat? Are you married? Are you a family man? Do you believe in God? How many kids do you have? Are you straight? Are you gay? Where are you from? What's the backstory? Can you relate? That's why Don King related to us. We knew his story. The man had a Malcolm X story, went to jail, came out, and went to the top of the world. I know one went left, one went right, but still, the underdog story resonates in every man, woman ever born. Who is Desmond? I don't know what he looks like. I'm rooting for the man. I'm giving this man not blind like I did Al Haymon. Not blind trust, because I'm never doing that again. I want him to succeed. But Al Haymon has destroyed 200 fighters' careers. 25% of them were forced to retire and get a job because there were no fight dates. And y'all will never know these people's names, but they've contacted me during COVID. So Desmond, you got to step up to the plate. Bases are loaded. 3-2 count. Mariano Rivera is on the mound. A cut fastball is coming at 91 miles an hour, and it's going to end up on your hands. You got to choke up on that bat and swing. It's a short porch in Yankee Stadium. Was it 314 down the right field pole? 3-2 count, bases loaded. What are you going to do? I'm the king of this media. I am. I can create a story and deliver it like nobody else. Y'all counting the views. I'm counting my impact. It's not how many views, it's who watches the videos. The Al Haymon story. Now we got every media member on Wall Street checking Yahoo finances. Unbelievable. We got boxing YouTubers checking Yahoo finances. Wow. Amazing. So here's this is my open letter to Desmond. Don't know you. I would love to talk to you. I believe I reached out to you because I wanted to interview you and welcome you to boxing and get your backstory and have the world and introduce you to the world. I appreciate someone got back to me, and I appreciate, I don't know if they want their name disclosed, and I appreciate them reaching out to me. But now it's time to perform, yo. The reason why the Super Bowl was anticlimactic, because Jalen Hurts didn't get his chance to go down the field and prove that he's better than Patrick Mahomes. You had your chance Thursday night to call a fighter in Ghana, Africa, Honduras, Mexico, and say, you know what? Give me the ball with 1 minute and 15 seconds on the clock. I'm coming down and I'm going to score, and we putting on this Adrien Broner fight next Saturday, period. So what we on? They laughing at you now. Listen to me. Bob Arum is like, oh, he ain't tough enough. They not gonna. Why do you think Eddie Hearn was having fights in Kansas City and Chicago? Al Haymon runs Ticketmaster. Al Haymon runs oh man, god damn, the stadiums. You can't get a stadium. That's why Oscar had to go to this in New York. He had to go to a casino in New York. Oh, what's the name of it? Rolling Stones? What's the name of the arena in New York? Mount Vernon, somewhere over there? Yeah. That's why there's no boxing where. And Barclay, you can't touch Barclay with a boxing event when Al was in his prime. He kept Oscar De La Hoya out of StubHub and attempted to steal his Mexican fan base. What's the name of the company he's with? Live Nation. These Live Nation stadiums and ticket. Everybody Google Live Nation and Ticketmaster. And how Al Haymon sold 50%. Y'all do your homework, man. I don't come in this thing with I have an infinite amount of artillery. Y'all just going on what you heard on a YouTube channel. Fred is a journalist. I know the timelines and everything, how this adds up, and the pros and the cons of this. That's why but when the media man at Top Rank took my credential, Bob said, no, I ain't fucking with Fred. Fred, whenever you need to talk to Top Rank, just call me. You want to come to a fight, call me. I ain't fucking with Fred because Fred is fucking fearless. He knows that. I will step on a dead roach 13 times to make sure he's dead. Y'all tiptoeing on marble floor, tiptoeing. Oh, no, I'm afraid of roaches. I'm afraid of ants. I'm afraid to get dirty. This ain't the sport for you. If you want to be in a controlled environment, Desmond, get your license. Go buy licensing. Invest in licensing with a league, with a union where it's organized, it's governed by the government. You can't hide money. You can't hide contracts. There's no underhand deals. Everything can be brought to justice if you got a union. Ain't no unions in boxing. Bob Arum would never want one, allegedly. Al Haymon, all these men made that. I don't believe they want unions. They like the Wild Wild West. So one, who was Desmond? Two, it's BLK Prime fault this fight didn't happen. It's 100 fighters that would have took the fight. I don't know who's in charge of your operations. I don't know who's the lead promoter, but you got to build it in-house. And you got to build some fearless men around you. You know what I do? Every man, I meet. How you doing? I'm Frederick Hawthorne. Yes, sir. No, sir. Everyone, I don't say, oh my God, that's so-and-so. I've never done it in my life. In my life. I've never looked at a person, oh my God, he's better than me. He's more famous than me. I didn't choose fame. I chose freedom. So you got to get some people that's not starstruck around you. Oh my God, this is Adrien Broner. Oh my God, who else do you have? This is Terrence Crawford. Oh, this is Zab Judah. Who else you got? This is Antonio Tarver. Forget all of that. You respect the man for what he's done and positively done in society. You say thank you and you move forward. I don't think you got any go-getters around you. I think you're tiptoeing around this boxing thing. And hopefully this video lights a fire in you. Because I want you to succeed. I think it's important. Contrary to what y'all believe, I want Al Haymon to succeed. I want him to do right, though. I want this man to do right. I don't want him to go out of business. Then Showtime goes out of business, and what? These people can't feed their families. But I was forewarning these men that Al Haymon was doing something unjustly. And it's counterproductive to a fighter's career. I have to end this video because Lincoln and I are going to a basketball game. And like I said, he's inspired me. This is why we don't have shows. We're going to a basketball game at 5:30, 2 games, 5:30 and 7. So I'll be gone for the rest of the evening. But Desmond, I don't know your last name. That's why I'm not calling you by your last name. I don't want you to think that we're contemporaries or brothers or anything like that. Frederick Hawthorne wants you to win. The reason why Frederick Hawthorne is successful, the reason why I've turned an unemployment check and now I am in the 1% of America's wealth, and I have a beautiful family outside. Dre just went to Petco to add some more fish to the tank, and Lincoln is next door playing his, he wants to be a pilot. So he has his aviation game next door. It's because I was fearless. And what anybody did to me never mattered. I never let go of the steering wheel. I never made a left. I never made a right. I plowed through. Good luck, Desmond. Good luck, BLK Prime. I could see if Adrien Broner looked like, maybe he wasn't going to make weight. I'm proud of Adrien Broner. I respect what Coach Kevin Cunningham did. Okay. Texts just keep coming in. My cousin made the Hall of Fame today at Norfolk State. He's a Hall of Famer, football player, Hall of Famer, Hurley Peebles, man. Why don't y'all Google Nat Turner and Mr. Peebles, man? Nat Turner killed my family's slave master. Mr. Peebles is what they called him, right? And you'll understand my bloodline. Barbershop Conversations, man. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. In the Southampton Tidewater area. That's where my family originated from. Y'all have a great day. You got to stand up. Call me, Desmond, if you need to call me, man. I know where the dead bodies are buried. I just choose not to fight them no more. I just choose to sit here, have fun, toy with people, tell the truth with satire, and then hit end broadcast and go be a family man. That's what I choose to do now. You see the shirt that says ownership. You see I'm in shape. I get up, I go lift weights, I run, I do all of that, and I come home and I be a family man. That's most important to me. Barbershop Conversations. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. Stand up and man up. I'm gone. Peace.